What's going on, folks? Welcome to Random Renders with Virtual Steve here. This is a little segment that I do at the end of my live gaming streams. I'll probably post this separately as well as a standalone video. What we're going to do is we're going to go online, we're going to find a random object, we're going to model it, we're going to texture it, and we're going to try to do it within 10 or 20 minutes or so, something along those lines. So let me bring up my desktop here so we can pick an item that we want to render. Going to be random. I'm going to choose between 5 different items. If we don't get anything we like, we can just pick another one. But okay, so this is a website here. I don't really know the name of it, but it's perchance.org/object. Look at that. We hit randomize. Here we go. We can choose between a pencil, scotch tape, toothpick, scallop shell, or a conditioner. I think a pencil might be pretty cool. Let's do that. All right. A new random render. We're going to call it pencil. So we'll just make a new folder in here called pencil. I'm going to use this one reference image. It should be all we need. Okay, now that we got our reference image, we're going to just drop it straight in here. Oop, I didn't want to do that. Can I undo that? No. I'm just going to open it up here with a vertical split. It's a nice long image anyway, so it should fit in here. We'll go to image editor, then we'll open up our pencil. Should be right here. So this is interesting. So I could use symmetry mode for this. I could just start out with a cylinder. I think we're going to start out with a cylinder. Okay, so I'm just going to delete everything in the scene. I'm going to get to my settings that I like to use. I like to use cycles with GPU. Turn on transparent for the film. We'll load in an HDRI real quick just to get some nice natural lighting. Environment texture. I'm kind of excited for this pencil one. This should be good. D drive downloads. I got this HDRI here that I like to use. And let's just throw in a cylinder. We're going to need a camera. All right, we don't need the reference image too much right now. I'll move it over there. All right, bring the camera to the view. All right, so let's just hit save. We're just going to render this out, see what it looks like right now. Saving it as pencil. So yeah, we got our lighting from the HDRI. We got the... One other thing I like to do is I like to turn on denoising data, and then the compositing, throw it through a denoise node. This makes everything look a little bit more clean. Don't think we're going to do much beyond that for compositing. And then let's see if it does any difference. So we're going to re-render again. We'll flip back and forth between 1 and 2. Shouldn't look much difference just with this basic cube. So that's number 1, that's number 2. Yeah, you don't notice much difference there. Okay, so first thing we want to do, let's actually add in another cylinder. I want some more geometry. So we're going to change the number of vertices to, let's just go with 100. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to scale this and everything but the Z. Make it nice and thin like a pencil. All right, we don't need to be in camera view anymore. We can zoom in on this puppy and start modeling. This is not going to be too much here. So all we're going to do is we are going to put in a loop cut for the eraser. Something like that. Then I am going to bevel this. I might work. What I'm trying to do here is make this a bit bigger here. I'll do the same, I think, with up here. I'll bevel this. Let's see what that does. So this should allow me to kind of just control this region here. I want to make it a bit, scale it a little bit wider. This is going to be for that. It's going to be for this bit here, this little metallic bit here. So I noticed there's some inset lines there. We could probably do that easily with some loop cuts. We'll do a bunch. We might not use them all. So what I'll do is I'll get a side view here. We're just going to grab these ones. Oh yeah, we want to do it like this. We want to do this one, this one and this one. We're going to scale them in the Z. About the individual origins, I think is what we want. Get them nice and small. And we are going to maybe extrude. Yeah, I think we want to extrude, but I think we got to do median point or something. It's one of these settings. Bounding box, extrude, no. 3D cursor, is it individual origins? It can't be that, we already tried that. Alright, maybe I want to scale these. Alright, so we'll inset both of these. Just a little bit. Now if we scale them, gives us that little groove. Let's see what that looks like in this view here. Alright, I think that's what we're going for. We're going to shade all this at the end, so we're not going to do that now. Alright, let's get these back so we can see what we're doing here. Alright, now let's do the eraser. So the eraser is a bit smaller, maybe even than the pencil. So we'll grab this face up here and we'll inset it. Something maybe along those lines. That might even be too small, but we could fix all this at the end. Let's get a view for scale here. So the eraser could be as long as we want. But I'm going to make it about like that. I think I'm going to bevel it too. Oh, did something wrong. Extrude Z. I don't know why it's beveling weird. Oh, you know what? We got to apply scale. Control A, all transforms. Now if we bevel, we can just get like a nice little rounded edge on there. Okay, we're almost done. Let's shade smooth and then go to our normals, which is probably behind my head here. You guys probably can't see it. I'm going to normals and turning on auto smooth. That'll smooth everything that we want besides the sharp edges here. Alright, so all we need now is to do the points. The scaling seems a bit off. It's kind of a long pencil, but that might be okay. We can fix the scaling stuff at the end. So let's make the point of this pencil. This geometry here is pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. And now that I think about it, the pencil only has a couple sides. So we kind of just screwed everything up. What we could do, we could try to fix that. Yeah, let's try to fix that. We'll delete all these vertices here. I'm just going to make a new cylinder. So how many sides is a pencil? 1, 2, 3. It's probably... Well, let's just Google it. Pencil, how many sides? Okay. Why do pencils have 6 sides? Okay, pencils have 6 sides. That's good to know. So, we're going to do a cylinder again. This time, we're going to see what 6 vertices does. That's what we want. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the trick of this is going to be joining the two, but we'll bring this up higher so we can see it. Maybe we'll do a top view. So we want this to be smaller than the rest. Something like that, I think. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit more, you know. Now the interesting thing is how I'm going to join these two. How am I going to delete that? I can probably actually, let's see. I can probably snap these. Turn on snapping. We'll snap to vertices. And then we're just going to go GZ. And it snapped the wrong way. Let me just grab this line up here, GZ. Okay, that's what we wanted. So yeah, you get a little bit of that up there. I don't know what the actual pencil looks like. It kind of wraps around. Oh, because it's smaller, right? So what we'll do is we'll select this and we'll hit Control L to select the linked vertices. We will make this smaller. I kind of want to bevel these edges too, but we'll do that at the end. So I'm going to do the bottom view, top view. What do I want to do? Alright, so it is smaller. I mean, it should go inside. Let's see, GZ. So we'll keep scaling this up just until one of these pokes through. Okay. So it's not poking through anymore. That's good. I think that's what we want. Okay, so now let's make it long. Got the reference image here. It's pretty close there. Let's try to make it to scale. Somewhat. Something like that. I'm just kind of lining these up side by side. I'm going to make my eraser a bit bigger too. GZ. Oh, I think we screwed something up. Yeah, we got to turn X-ray mode on. Make sure we grab all those. All right, let's get this kind of to scale here. I could have did a side-by-side image. That might have been a bit better, but GZ will make this eraser a little longer. Let's delete those vertices down there. We don't need those. GZ. Bring it down. And then we're going to make our point. So how would I do this? I would extrude these in the Z to some length similar to the length there. So GZ. Then all we got to do is hit scale. Now this is interesting because this part actually shouldn't really be six-sided. This part should be completely round. So we could maybe put a cone there. Let's do that. We'll put a cone there. All right, so let's add a cone. 32 vertices. I think that's going to be pretty good. Maybe we'll just turn it up to 60 for good measure. Okay, rotate X 180. Scale it down. Now, this will be fun to try to line this up. I'm not sure how that's going to work. GZ. I guess if we just get really close, I can just lock this. Yeah, I can snap those like I did before. So let's go GZ, boom, and I'll scale this so it's like right at the edge there. All right, all we got to do now is bring that point down so it looks about right. So it's going to be a little bit longer. GZ, nice pointy pencil. And what we'll do here, we'll put a loop cut in here. Ooh, it's not loop cutting right. Wonder why. Never really work with a cone. Can't really loop cut in there. I wonder if it's only one point on the end here. We can just probably knife cut this. So we'll go, I think K is knife tool. Yeah, let's just knife cut across. Hit enter. Did I go all the way through? It didn't. Alright, whatever. We can fix that, I think. There's a way you can do knife mode, so it goes through everything. I'm not quite sure. But we won't worry about that. I'm going to rescale these anyways. So we're just going to go around. I'm going to go... Oh, let's hit enter. Knife cut from here to here. Hit enter. I think we got them all. So what we can do if we want to make this fancy, we can scale these about the Z to 0. Just lines all those up. Okay, we're on our way. Can I bevel this now? Let's see. Yeah, I could bevel this. This will just give me that separation because I actually want a different color. GG, I can slide these along that for the tip. I want a different color for the tip. Oh no, just this one. Alright, I think we're ready to shade. I think this looks pretty cool. Alright, let's get rid of the... Oh wait, we'll keep the reference image up for now. Alright, so let's switch over to cycles mode. We'll just start breaking these things apart. We're going to add... How many textures do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 different textures. So I'm just going to start with 1 because they're probably going to be similar in setup. So, okay, we'll make a new texture. We'll call this yellow. This is going to be for the base pencil part. We'll actually just steal the color rate from this reference image. That might work pretty good. Okay, so we got our yellow. And we're just going to... Yeah, we'll just duplicate this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add all these in. There's probably a better way to do that, but that's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. So yellow 2, yellow 3. We're going to rename these 4, yellow 3, whatever, and yellow 5. All right, so we'll just call this one straight up yellow. This one we'll call silver. Oh, it's the object name. This one we'll call wood, whatever. We'll call this tip. And then we'll call this one eraser. Or pink, whatever, pink. And then we'll just separate these objects. We'll assign each one of these. So yellow's already assigned to that part. So all I gotta do is select the faces from this metallic guy here. Go to face mode. We already got X-ray on. Another thing we could do, we could try to select the center and then hit Control plus, and it'll branch out. Okay, we missed the top ones. That's okay. Boom. Now we're going to assign those to silver. Then we'll assign the rest of these to pink. So nothing's changing yet because I haven't changed the textures, but they will. We'll assign this one to wood, and then we'll assign this one to tip. I think actually, no. Yeah, we want this also to be wood. This bottom part's going to be the tip. We're probably going to have to scale it or something. That's all right. All right. Let's do the fun one first. We're going to do the silver material first. So all we're going to do is we're going to go... Oh, yeah, we'll steal the reference image color up here. And then we're going to turn the metallic like all the way up. Turn the roughness down. And that looks silver, all right. Is this popping out on the sides? No, it's good. Okay, that looks good for that. We can add some detail to it later if we want, but... Excuse me. Overall, that looks good. All right, let's go to our pink. We'll steal the pink from our reference image. Something like that. This top layer should have been assigned to the metal. We'll do that. So I'm just going to grab these faces here. Boom, and assign those to silver. This actually just looks pretty good, just like this. Maybe increase the roughness. Turn down the metallic. Oh no, we're messing with the silver. Crap. Go back to pink. Let's increase the roughness. That looks pretty good. We changed our yellow texture. What happened there? Oh, maybe we do got to reassign this. All right, so assign that to yellow. Let's hit our wood up down here. Oh, we missed some faces. I didn't have X-ray mode on, that's why. Assign all those to yellow. Let's rotate around, make sure we got everything. Sweet. Alright, let's get our wood going. Assign to wood. Again, I'm going to just steal this texture. It's right here, this color. Looks pretty good. And then we'll do the tip. So tip, we're going to steal. This one's going to be a little shiny. Actually, the yellow should be shiny too. So this is already looking pretty good as a pencil, I think. We definitely need to make the tip a little bit bigger, so all we got to do here is grab these edges here and just slide them up a little more. Boom. All right, we could probably stop here. I think we fully modeled the pencil. Let's get a good render angle of this. Let's see if this... Sometimes Blender doesn't let me change my settings here. I'm going to do a 1920. Oh no, we're going to do a 300 pixel by 1920 pixel there. Nice long render. We'll change the camera so we'll make sure we're getting all of that in view. Boom. And let's hit render and see what we get. Okay, so one thing I noticed is that the cone and the sides don't really catch It's not reflective enough, the yellow. And we need to make the tip a bit more reflective. Maybe make the tip a bit more bigger too. Maybe make the overall tip bigger. So first we'll tackle the yellow texture. We're going to turn the roughness down of the yellow. So let's go over to a yellow texture. Turn the roughness down pretty much all the way. Shiny. I'm going to bevel those edges too. It's going to look good. I kind of want to do that part too, how the pencil comes up like that. It looks pretty cool. That's a bit more advanced. We'd have to like join these or something. Okay, what else was I supposed to do? Oh, make the tip longer. Alright, so let's make the overall tip longer. So we'll go GZ. And then we're going to make that part longer as well. Slide this up. Could actually get rid of those vertices there. Those aren't doing much. Alright, let's re-render it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Kind of want to scale that down a little bit, but I don't know if I can. Might screw some stuff up. Alright, one last thing I want to do. I want to bevel all these edges here. So I'm going to select them all. We're going to make them round. Bevel. This will help the light catch a little bit. Let's hit render. Yeah, you know what? That's a pretty good pencil. I might mess with the pink color a little bit. It looks a little fake. Style it back a little bit here. Render. That's too dark. So we'll bring it back up. Bring this in a little. It renders so quick too. Look at that. Alright, I think we did pretty good with the pencil. I think the pencil looks good. Let's make our tip a little shiny. So scrolling on it. Oh no, where'd it go? Just make sure it's catching some shine to it. It's not cooperating. Okay, there it is. So we'll go over to tip. We are going to turn down the roughness on that. All the way. Nice shiny little tip. Now I'm trying to think of a better way to demonstrate this pencil. So I think it needs to be on a surface or something like that. So let's just make a little... This is what all my random renders I think should have, is a nice little background. So I'm going to make one of those real quick. Maybe we can do our own lighting too instead of the HDRI. So we're going to extrude this in the Z. Bring it up. Oh, let's just grab this GX, make that longer. I'm going to scale this whole thing in the Y just so we have some room to work with. And I'm going to bevel the crap out of this. Give us a nice backdrop. And then I'm going to reposition this here. We could put a texture on this, whatever. Shouldn't matter though. Okay, so let's rotate this. Rotate X 180. No, 90. Rotate X 90. Yeah, we need to see this from like an angle or something, you know. We'll get this lined up so it's pretty close to the bottom, maybe even dipping through slightly. GZ. Okay, now we're going to fix our camera. Alright, we're going to go back to a different camera view. We're just going to do 1920 by 1080. And that already looks kind of better there. Let's hit render. This lighting is too much. I want some more contrast with the lighting. So we're just going to either remove the HDRI or just lower it all the way. I'm just going to add in a couple of lights. Something about that, the part I don't like the most is this this end part here, it should kind of merge with that. Don't really know how I would do that. Not really sure. Okay. This looks pretty good. Let's get rid of the HDRI. I'm just going to make it a completely black world. We're going to do our own lighting here. So let's get out of this view so we can see what's going on. We're going to add a light. We'll do an area light. GZ. Turn off snapping, please. We'll move it over here. I'm going to have it coming at an angle. I think if you double tap R, you can rotate it how you want. Point it right at the pencil. All right, we're going to do a second one. Why is it doing that? Oh, GY. Rotate 180. Let's see what that does. It kind of got us there. All right, let's move this around. So we'll go into cycles view and see what that did. So yeah, that already looks better actually. We just got to crank those lights up a little bit. So we could even mess with like doing like one blue, a light blue on the one, and then maybe like a light red on the other one. A little contrast lighting to it. We'll crank these up to like 30 watts. 30 watts. And this thing's looking damn good now. All right, let's hit render. I like the little shine you get off that one edge of the pencil. That's pretty sweet. Definitely that end bothers me. This end here is too abrupt. There's nice shadows here, though. A lot of stuff catching. I like that. I like that. I'm tempted to add some bump to the eraser, but now if we want to go photorealistic, I think we're done with just the regular realism. Pencil, HD image. Let's just see what we get. Okay. Definitely got some wood grains that we could add in there. I'm just curious what the eraser looks like up close. Let's go back to that other image. Where was that? Oh, that's not a high def photo. All right, it's not scrolling right. Let's open this in a new window. Free download, okay. Please wait for your URL. Download it. Gonna make me log in. What's it gonna do? Free download. Yeah, this looks sketchy as hell. Download. Just bringing me to other spam websites. Okay, so we just got fooled there. I'm not too worried about the eraser. I think it looks good from this distance. And even like the wood texture here, we can try doing something with it real quick. I can try adding some noise to it or something maybe. Oh, we just shaded smooth. That made it look better. This definitely looks horrible from this angle. So what we could do, actually, go into edit mode. We could bevel this edge here. Select the right one. No, that's not what I want to do. Bevel. Do not. Extrude. The X, X, Y, Y. Extruding the Y, okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. And I'm just going to scale this in so it snugs this a bit more. Thinking that might look better. Yeah, that kind of gives it that effect there that we were going for there. Now, if I made that more subtle, I think we would get what we want. So let's go back into this mode here. So what I think I can do is I can sort of slide this. No. GY, bring it in. Let's get rid of this. That's honestly a little bit better than what I was looking for. It needs to get smoothed in more though with the rest of it. I think that looks better though. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, that's what we needed. Let's do the wood grain stuff. I'm just gonna add some bump to this. All right, so we'll go over to our wood material. We're gonna do slight color variation maybe. Hey, it's the Fortnite Go. Welcome to the Virtual Steve Show. We're just doing some random renders in Blender. My random object that I had chose to render was a pencil. Let's actually hit render real quick and see what we got. I think it's looking pretty good. I think I mastered the pencil. We could add some bits and smudges to it, things along those lines, but I think I'm going to finish it up here in 1 second. I'm just going to add a little wood grain texture to the tip, which you're probably not even going to really see in the final render. Probably scale down that bit there too a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab everything over here except for this edge I don't want. Shit. I did that wrong. Was it shift select? It is shift select, but I grabbed the wrong one. Alright, so yeah, we'll grab all these. Then I'll turn off that mode. Turn off that mode. Then I'll do shift alt to get rid of that. Now if we scale all this, shift Z, shift Y. Yeah, that brings it down a little bit more, but we got to bring this. We got to bring this way a little bit so I can see what's going on a little better. So we want to do scale shift Y. Yeah, we can do that because what we'll do the similar effect here is that we're going to taper this part in. So I'm going to grab this edge here and I'm going to extrude it. And then I'm going to grab this edge, slide it back here. Then I'm going to grab this edge again and just scale this one down a little bit, just so the pencil kind of snugs in there. Snugs in there a little bit. So now we have an overall smaller eraser, but it fits a little bit better with the pencil. I think this is going to look good. All right, we're just going to add our wood grain to our tip, which we may or may not even really need, but we're here. Let's do it. And then we got a fancy pencil now that we can do anything we want. We can animate it. We can do physics sims with it. Maybe that'll be fun. I'll do a physics sim of it bouncing off of that surface there. That might be kind of cool. Normally these videos I kind of just try to model it and texture it, but all right, let's go to this view. Let's select it. No, we don't need to select it. All right, so we have our wood texture here. I am going to do a color ramp. I'm going to copy this color and just paste it into both ends of this. So really it's the same exact thing. But then I'm going to add a noise texture. Put the factor in here. Let's view it, see what it's doing. Let's apply scale to all this real quick. We're going to hit Control T to grab object coordinates. And then change the scale on this. And I might scale it along one direction too. Let's see. Scale along the Z. See, that does that weird thing. It doesn't look good on all sides. Maybe if we rotate it 90, then scale it around the Z. 45. Yeah, I think I gotta use UV coordinates if I want to do that. Let's see what happens. Oh, that looks good. So that'll kind of give it like the wood grain look maybe. All right, so let's go back over here. Now what's going to happen if I... Oh, this looks bad from this view. Well, you don't see it from that view, right? I could bring those in. All right, we could fix that. How do I fix that? I have to scale this in a little bit more. Yeah, let's turn this view off, then we'll just scale this in a little bit. Yeah, just so it goes into the mesh there. All right, that looks better. Now we don't see that from that angle. Okay, so watch this. We'll take this side of the, just darken it. Boom. It's a little dark. Gives it that subtle. This will look better when it's close up, you know. And to make it more realistic, we'll use the same factor. We'll plug this into a bump ramp. Plug that into the normal. Plug the factor into the height. And you can see it gives it those nice little shadows. I think it's a bit drastic, though. We'll turn this down a little bit. And it's just a nice subtle... Yeah, so this pencil will look good at any angle now. It'll look good up close. Obviously, this tip texture we could do a bit more with. And right here is a bit... the transition's a bit abrupt, to be honest, if we were going for photorealistic. But from this angle, I think this looks damn good. So let's re-render it. I'm actually going to render it at a higher render setting. We'll crank this up to yeah, we'll crank it up to 1,000, whatever. Screw it. This might be the last time I render it. All right, let's hit F12, see what we get. Boom. There it is. It's the pencil. Looks pretty damn good, I think. Yeah, that wood grain added some nice little, even from a distance, that added some nice effect to it. So yeah, we could do a physics sim on this now if we wanted to. We could do other stuff. Of course, now it's rendering it in the air, which I didn't do. Maybe if I figure out the physics part, I'll do a quick little drop of the pencil at the end and show that in the video. All right, guys, I am heading out of here. It is 11:36 p.m. and I got some stuff to do. I'm going on vacation, fun times, and I'll be doing some more Blender stuff on the channel soon. Probably doing some VFX stuff too. I had this idea today, actually. I was going to pre-record some footage of just of myself, like moving around, doing some funny things. I was going to either do like a magic trick or something. So that's another thing I'm going to bring to the channel too. I'm going to be doing live VFX from beginning to end. All the composition, all the CG elements, all that stuff is going to be done live. I'm going to try to do short, simple things just so I can fit it into 30 minutes to an hour sessions. So it might be something like me making a ball teleport from one hand to the other. It's something along those lines, something with simple, basic VFX stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what we get into. But that's how we wrap the show up. Oh, it's almost done rendering. Let's let it go. Pencil floating in the air. It would have been nice if I put a little fat eraser below it and had the pencil sitting up at an angle on the fat eraser. That would have been kind of cool. But we didn't do that, so we suck. Alright, guys. Virtual Steve out. I'll catch you guys in the next episode of the Virtual Steve Show. Peace out, y'all. What happened to my music? Who broke my music? I think the song was just ending. Sometimes I time that badly. I gotta restart the song. Gotta end this thing proper. Here we go. Alright, guys. Catch y'all in the next episode. Peace out, y'all.